India, which has 1.3 million active military personnel, seemingly has a serious advantage against Pakistan's 620,000 strong army, while one can argue that India is militarily better equipped than Pakistan. Islamabad also has ties to China, one of the strongest militaries in the world, which mostly Pakistan is relied on China if any battle occurs. Although India has strong relationship with US, it cannot rely on Washington support in a military confrontation, especially during Donald Trump presidency, according to Pakistan. Pakistan can most certainly rely on China's military support. However, China and Pakistan share deep military ties and have a long history of friendship lasting for 1 decade. So here are the detailed comparison of the military strength of the two countries. Army. Reaching annual military age 4,345,000. Active personnel 6,37,000. Active reserve personnel 2,82,000. From India, reaching military age is annually 22,900,000 and active frontline personnel is 1,362,400,000 and active reserve personnel is 2,844,750,000. Land Force. Tanks 2,924, armored fighting vehicles 2,828, self-propelled guns 465, towered artillery 3,278, multiple launch rocket systems 134. From India, tanks 4,426, armored fighting vehicles 6,704, self-propelled guns 290, towered artillery 7,414, multiple launch rocket system 292. Air power. Total aircraft strength 951, fighter aircraft 301, attack aircraft 394, transport aircraft 261, trainer aircraft 190, total helicopter strength 316, attack helicopters 52. Air Force of India. Total aircraft 2,102, fighter or interceptors 676, fixed wing attack aircraft 809, transport aircraft 857, trainer aircraft 323, helicopter 666 and attack helicopters 16. Total naval strength 197, aircraft carriers 0, frigates 10, destroyers 0, corvettes 0, submarines 8, patrol craft 17, mine warfare vessels 3. And when we look at India's naval power, total naval strength 295, aircraft carrier 3, 1 is in construction and 1 to be designed, frigates 14, destroyers 11, corvettes 23, submarines 15, coastal defense craft 139, mine warfare 6. Clearly in here we can see that India has a great lead on Pakistan. Pakistan's budget $7 billion and India's defense budget is $51 billion. If you consider the allies of and the axis of India and Pakistan, India's United States of America, Israel, Australia, Japan, France, United Kingdom, Indonesia, Singapore, Vietnam, Canada and Thailand. And if you take the axis of Pakistan, North Korea and China. So what do you think of India and Pakistan's military power? Do this really match up with both the countries, or that will be much different when they go to battle? India to invest $150 billion in military. In Ahmedabad, a distinguished scientist and the Director General of BrahMos Missile System Division of the DRDO, Dr. Sudhir Mishra, today said that the country would require various military equipment worth USD $150 billion in the coming years. Inviting private players to grab the opportunity by entering the defense equipment manufacturing. Mishra said the Defense Research and Development Organization is ready to share its technology with the manufacturers. Mishra, who is also the CEO and the Managing Director of BrahMos Aerospace, an India-Russia joint venture of Military of Defense, was speaking at the interactive session on the defense manufacturing organized by the Gujarat chapter of C2 here. In the next 10 years, there is a requirement of about $150 billion of military equipment for India. This is the realistic and the quite moderate figure. This is a big opportunity for the entrepreneurs, he said. According to him, $150 billion would be spent on manufacturing or upgrading aircraft, tanks, guns and various other equipments. There are many items which we are going to manufacture or procure. Many of them have already become a reality, such as upgradation of MiG-29 and Mirage aircraft. We are also going to procure around 500 more T-90 battle tanks in a short time, he said. Expressing concern over the overall manufacturing scenario in the country, he invited private players to consider taking up the upgradations of the production of defense requirement or equipment. And also he said, in our country the contribution of manufacturing sector in GDP is 18% for the last 7 to 8 years, while the contribution of service sector is 65%. This anomaly, the manufacturing should be around 35 to 40% and the service sector has to be 15 to 25%. And Mr. said, at present we own 6 to 7% of global software market, but now we cannot grow beyond this, as we mostly carry out outsourcing and low-end software jobs. That is why the new government at the center came up with Make in India. Now we are trying to catch up. DRDO is ready to share the technology as we alone cannot do it. Private and entrepreneur players can take the technology from us and develop it for the market. You can approach us and start manufacturing, he added while addressing a budding entrepreneurs from his sector. As Modi's Make in India is progressing, in New Delhi, the Sweden SAB will tie up with India's Adani Group to bid for a contract to make the fighter aircraft in India. A chief executive said on Friday, pitting it against Lockheed Martin in a race to equip India's Air Force with new jets. SAB is offering its Gripen fighter aircraft and US defense contractor Lockheed Martin its F-16 to supply hundreds of aircraft that India's Air Force says it needs to replace its Soviet-era fleet. SAB and Lockheed have both offered to build a single-engine aircraft locally to comply with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's signature Make in India initiative to cut imports and build the domestic defense industries. Hakan Baski. SAB CEO told reporters in New Delhi that the company would invest billions of dollars if it won the orders. and that it was prepared to export the Gripen from India if the governments allowed it to do so. Saab and Adani have yet to decide on a location for manufacturing, Busky said. The Lockheed Martin is also proposing to manufacture F-16s in India for export. Our plan in India are to create new defense ecosystem that will involve many partners, vendors and suppliers. The Gautam Adani, the chairman of $12 billion Adani Group, with businesses ranging from energy and logistics to real estate but little present in the defense, said it planned to manufacture a number of aerospace defense products with Saab but gave to no details. Under India's new strategic partnership defense policies, a foreign aircraft maker must collaborate with an Indian firm to develop a world-class indigenous aeronautical base that India has struggled to build for decades. Lockheed has already picked India's Tata Advanced System as its local partner to produce F-16s that will compete for the contract with Saab's Gripen. Indian government will issue a formal request to Lockheed and Saab over the next few days to provide information about their plans to design, develop and produce combat jets in India, a government official told to Reuters earlier this week. Defense analysis says the competition is between Lockheed and Saab, the only firms that have announced joint ventures with Indian companies and a pledge to build locally if they win. Foreign defense manufacturers are looking to the South Asian countries as one of the most promising markets for weapons in coming decade, with India predicted to spend $250 billion to modernize its military. India signed a deal in September last year to buy 36 twin-engine Rafale fighters jets from France Dassault Aviations for around $8.7 billion, the country's first major acquisition of combat planes in 2 decades. Indian Air Force officials have warned for years of major capabilities gap opening in with China and Pakistan without a new state-of-art planes. So what do you think of India boasting $150 billion in coming years for its military and its air force and its defense systems? Post your comments below, and if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and follow us on social networks and subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching. This is WC Daily. Think big, think different. Bye.